The last part of PowerPoint 6 actually deals with some really interesting ways to format slides and how to set them up using some of the built-in tools. So I'm going to click on slide 2, and I'm going to go under the view tab, and I'm going to turn on the guides. Now, the guides are these hidden crosshairs, so to speak, that allow you to set up your slide to have sectioned areas. So what they want us to do here is this horizontal slide. They're going to have us pull this down to be 0.75, and then the vertical, they actually want that to be moved over to 3.5. And what this in essence will do is now on all the slides, you don't need to use this on all the slides, but it will be set up on all the slides. But what I can do now is move this graphic so that it is within the guides. It's just a nice uniform way to do that. Now if I go to slide 3, I can do the same thing. And what's nice, you can use your mouse to do this, or you can use your arrow keys to nudge it if you need to move it around just a little bit. And I'll do the same for this one here. So I may arrow that over a little bit just to nudge it. When I grade this, I'm not going to be taking a ruler and making sure they're exactly perfectly lined up, but it's kind of nice to do that. So that's how the guides work. Now we'll go back to slide 1 because they want us to do a little bit of manipulation with the images on slide 1. For slide 1, they want us to turn the ruler on. Well, my ruler I already had on, but you can turn that off and on by using the ruler checkbox on the View tab. And in essence, what they want us to do here is they want us to align and move these 3 graphics so they're kind of lined up uniformly. And they tell you to use your ruler to set up where the different items are in relation. Like for example, they say the head of this exercise person should be located certain area, and the same here. Again, I'm not going to take a ruler and measure these, but it'll give you the idea of how to manipulate those using the ruler. And as you note, if you note, as you're moving an image, it shows up here on the ruler on the top and on the side where your cursor is located. One thing they do show of interest on this first slide that is kind of interesting as well is I'm going to select all 3 graphics by holding down Shift and keep holding it down while I select all 3 of them. And then the picture tool format options above, and I'm going to actually come over here to align, and I'm going to distribute these horizontally, and that will spread those out equally across that slide. So that's another interesting tool that you can use to align graphics on a slide. Let's see, something they have you do, which is a little interesting and crazy, but I'll show you what they do, is I'm going to go under the View panel for a second and go to Slide Sorter View, and this shows all 5 slides or however many slides you have in your presentation in a kind of a thumbnail format. But one thing they have you do just to do this is if you click on a slide, you can actually hide a slide. And the way that's done is select the slide you want, go to the slideshow panel, and say hide slide. And you might think, why would you hide a slide? Sometimes you may want something to be part of your presentation but not viewable whenever you present it. You can hide it or you can unhide it the same way. They again just mention that in this project just to have you do that. Okay, I'm going to go back to the normal view for a second to kind of move on to the next part. What they want us to do here is I'm going to go to slide 2, and they want us to center this text in our slide. This is actually pretty easy to do. You can either highlight your text, go to the Home tab, and hit the center button. And I'll do this for the others just to do them. Well, actually, we're skip that one for a second. We're going to skip slide 4 because we're going to come back and do something special with it. So let's center these links. All right, and then while we have this, we might as well do it else. What they also have us do is double space these. And I'm still on the Home panel. I'm going to go to spacing and double space those. they kind of break this apart into separate ideas, and I guess I kind of did too, but since we're doing this, I'll go ahead and do this. On slide 3, they actually have us do one other idea. They have us do what is called a page break, and I'm again jumping ahead to do this, but they have us break this into a separate line that way. And I'm going to move this graphic over a little bit because my wording is kind of blocked there. Okay, it's alright to do that. It's poetic justice, or poetic license, or whatever they call that. So anyway, centered and double spaced these. I used a page break, or a line break on this one here. And I didn't explain what I did actually. I clicked after this, hit Shift and Enter to add a line break, and that just makes it a little more readable for the people viewing the items. On the slide 4, we haven't done anything with that yet, but what we're going to do with this is we're actually going to break this into columns. And the way this is done is under the home panel, there's a button here that lets you make 2 columns. So I'm going to make now 2 columns. I'm going to pull the area up like this, and now that breaks us into 2 columns. Under the column button again, I can go to more columns. I can add more columns here, but they want us to actually do the spacing. I believe the spacing they want us to be 3.5. Is that right? And that spaces out the items in the 2 columns. So I'm kind of jumping around the way the book goes, but they kind of do something and then they explain it and they do it again and they do it again. So I'm just getting to the end result. While we have this area selected here, I'm going to go under Format, and they want us to do the shape fill. They want us to fill it with this orange, I believe, and also they have us change the font color to be black. Okay, so that sets that up. Now, the last part of what we're going to do is we're going to do some manipulation with our bullets, or the way our items are set up. So the let's see, which one shall we do first? Let's go ahead and do slide 2 since it's chronological. I'm going to highlight the bulleted items, and they want us to change the bullet. Instead of being a dot, we're going to actually change it to something a little different. And the way this is done is I'm on the Home tab. I'm going to click on the triangle beside the bullet button, and I'm going to go to Bullets and Numbering, and I'm going to select a picture. Well, the picture is in your data files, so I'm going to go to my data files, chapter 6, and we're going to use dumbbells. And what that does, it changes the dumbbells to be a picture instead of dots. Something else while I'm on this, I might as well do this, is with the dumbbells, you can change the size of your dumbbells to be 150%. And that makes your dumbbells bigger. And again, I did that under the bullet button, bullets numbering, and I changed the percentage down there. Okay, so they want us to do that for slide 3. On slide 4, let's go to slide, sorry, let's hit OK on that first. Let's go to slide 5, and we're going to change our bullet here to something a little different. Highlight, go to the bullets. Instead of changing it to a picture, I'm actually going to change it to a custom. So I'm going to go to Custom, and you can change it to any one of the symbols found in your text. So I'm going to go to Webdings, and in here somewhere is a weightlifter, and I always find it because it's beside the alien head. I'm going to hit that. They want us to change it to be 150% to make it bigger, and one other thing they want us to do is change the color of that. They want us to change it to that orange color. Okay, so now our bullets are weightlifters on that slide. All right, now let's see, for this slide, we're going to do something different. Instead of having bullets, we're going to actually change these to numbers. So the way this is done is highlight, and beside the bullet button there's a numbering button. So I'm going to click on the triangle, and they want us to change it to the one with a parenthesis, two with a parenthesis, and select it in that manner, which is always nice. And then also they want us to change that color to be that orange. Very nice. Now the last one we'll look at is on the fourth slide, is take the bullets away. I'm just going to highlight this, select none for my bullets. Okay, and just go through and check real quick to make sure I have the bullets and numbering correct. Save it one last time, and that concludes Project 6.